Hello, my name is Brandy, and this is mine and Michaela's presentation on the Mexican culture. First off, some general information. The culture of Mexico um, evolved quickly during the 19th and 20th centuries. In many ways, cities has become similar to the U.S. and Europe. Um, Villagers often follow the older way of life. More than 45% of people in Mexico live in cities of over 500,000 people. Mexican food and eating habits. For one, their breakfast is from 7 to 10 a.m. Lunch is usually from around 1:30 to 4, and dinner is from like 8 to 9. They work around their eating schedule. So they have like a really long lunch break because their lunch is the biggest part of the meal. Like their lunch is bigger than dinner. They usually eat small portions for dinner. And some of their popular food is things like tacos, enchiladas, mole sauce. Next to corn, rice is the most common grain. Um, Also, their beverages are things like fruit juice, flavored water, and cinnamon flavored hot chocolate. They're also known for their tequila. The Mexican climate. The Tropic of Cancer effectively divides the country into temperate and tropical zones. Land north of the 24th parallel experience cooler temperatures during the winter months. South temperatures are fairly consistent year-round and vary as a function of elevation. Um, this gives Mexico one of the most diverse weather systems. A fun fact, Mexico is known for its tequila, which is made from cactus that is well suited to the climate.
Some of the social norms of Mexico include religion, art, and language. The Spanish arrival and colonization brought Roman Catholicism to the country, which became the main religion of Mexico. Nonetheless, Mexico is a secular state. The Constitution of 1917 and anti-clerical laws imposed limitations on the church and sometimes confined state intrusion into church matters. The government does not provide any financial contribution to the church. The church does not participate in public education. Mexico is known for its folk art, such as pottery, embroidered cotton garments, and colorful baskets. Mexico is the most populous speaking country in the world. Majority speaking Spanish. No official language at the federal level. Some national holidays in Mexico include Independence from Spain, September 16th, Our Lady of Guadalupe Day, December the 12th, The Shelter, December 16th through 24th, Holy Night, December 24th, Christmas, December 25th, New Year's, December 31st through January 1st. The original inhabitants of the land used drums, flutes, rattles, trumpets, and their voices to make music and dance. When meeting and greeting people, they shake their hand or give a slight bow when introduced. Bow when greeting Mexican women and shake their hand only if she extends hers first. High value on hierarchy and structure in business and family matter. Tend to have a large family. Many fashion designers hail from Mexico, such as Jorge Cluje and Julia and Rita International Trends. The typical urban Mexican dress, similar to people in Europe and the US. More rural area women's wardrobe includes skirts, sleeveless tunics called hupils, capes, and shawls called rebizos. Men's wardrobe is a large blanket cape called sarape and boots.
The Mexican basic education includes preschool, primary school, and lower secondary school. Federal, state, and local governments provide 93% of basic education, while private schools provide about 7%. Preschool is optional and free, covering children ages between 3 and 5 years of age in 3 grades. Primary education, which is 6 years, is compulsory, with the state providing free education from the age of 6. Primary school children spend between 4 and 4.5 hours in class every day. There are several educational pathways for specific population groups, including general education, bilingual and bicultural education, and community education for children in isolated regions of the country. Lower secondary education, which is 3 years, is considered part of basic education and is compulsory as well. In order to enter, students are required to have successfully completed 6 years of primary education. After completing basic education, students have the option to continue their studies in upper secondary education, which is 3 years. This stage is non-compulsory and has 3 pathways: general upper secondary, technical professional education, and technical upper secondary. Higher education. After completing upper secondary education, you can move on to universities, technical training colleges, technological universities. Their grading system in Mexico is 9 to 10, very good, 8 is good, 6 and 7 is sufficient, and 0 to 5 is fail. For the academic year, the academic calendar for elementary and secondary education begins in September and ends on June 30th, with holidays in December and April. The academic calendar for institutions of higher education varies. Some universities offer year-long courses, although most now use a semester system.
Many American legends are quite famous too, like the legend of La Llorona, the weeping woman. This legend is based on a woman whose spirit still cries for her lost son. Another legend is the legend of the sacred woods at Chapultepec, where Aztec emperors had their effigies sculpted in order to achieve immortality. One of the most important legends is the legend of the god named Quetzalcoatl, the most important figure of the Mexican cosmology. It is said that while searching for bones which he needed to create mankind, gets to the Mictlantecuhtli, the region of the dead, where the evil god Mictlantecuhtli tries to prevent him from collecting what he is looking for. Aided by the sacred bees and worms, he finally is able to get the bones and use them to bring mankind into the world.
The most popular sports in Mexico is softball and of course soccer, which is the favorite of the majority of the population. Unlike other Mexican sports, soccer can literally paralyze the country, especially when two all-time rivals meet each other. People from all cities come to see the matches when they are played, which is usually on Sundays. Soccer is like the king of Mexican sports, and also the one that represents the country the most. Many Mexican soccer teams have won international cups and titles. The two most popular Mexican teams are probably the Chavez and Tigers. They're most known through the Mexican culture. Some other sports are things like bungee jumping, skydiving, motocross, diving, and wrestling.
I'm Michaela.
And I'm Brandy. We really enjoyed looking up the Mexican culture. It was something different, and we thought we knew mostly what we were going to be talking about, but we actually learned some things in the process. So I hope you learned something too.
Thanks for watching.